Hi guys, Amber Hargrove here with Knives Illustrated, hanging out with this guy.
How's it going? I'm Bernabe Velarde, also known as Big B.
That's right, and we have seen you so many times. I actually met you recently at Blade Show.
Yes, we were over there. We had a booth promoting the leather work as well as my knife design that's made by Tops.
That's right, and I've seen your work and so many different knives out there. I see the sheets and I'm like, I know that. I'm actually able to look at it and know that you are the designer itself. And this wall behind us is absolutely stunning. Tell me about this.
Oh, well, that wall actually started with just probably a couple of knives, and it just got out of control. So
just a little out of control.
Yeah. It started with a few knives on a wall, and then it just started growing and growing. So my daughter helped me put that little background. It's actually fence plywoods.
Oh, nice!
Fence
I like
planks
it.
from Home Depot, and then we dyed it and then put it up. And I just thought it would just accent the blades and the axes really nicely.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Actually, would you like to do a close-up of it really quick? And walk up and get that? So yeah, so I see your wall here, and you have so many different knife makers, which is really exciting because they must reach out to you is what I'm taking it, right?
Well, I being a knife guy myself, I reach out to a lot of them actually, and just throughout the years, it's been growing, but they have reached out to me, the guys from Tops. I've definitely got the dark timber blades. I've got a bunch of customs that I've just added to the wall as the years go by. And I'm a knife guy. I love knives, and that's how it just started growing. And now I have this monstrosity, and I'm thinking I need another wall. Although don't tell my wife
I was
said
going to say,
that.
is your wife okay with it?
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So I might just put it out.
She's in the background laughing right now. I love it. And also, one thing really exciting about you, so you're very well-rounded with any type of technique you have. You also designed your own knife.
Yes.
Can I see some of them?
Absolutely.
Let's look at them.
I designed the Road Dog Adventure Blade. Ooh. It's made by Tops Knives, and I'm a biker, so I ride cross country, and we do camping, but we also go to urban. So I wanted to design a camping bushcraft blade that was also a tactical blade. Tops Knives makes both bushcraft as well as tactical blades, but I wanted to marry the two, so that's when I came up with my design. It has a little notch in here. That notch right there is a little grab hook, so you could pull your coffee bell out of the fire without burning yourself. That's what that little notch there is for. It's also another friend of mine uses it to tighten his broadhead or arrows.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I could show you later, but it also has a 90-degree spine right here. So if you scrape it right here against your finger, you feel that?
Oh my gosh!
If you scrape downwards, that creates spark for fire for ferro
rod. Oh, for the ferro rod. I love it. First thing I noticed. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is very cool.
This is
I love it. So not only is it gorgeous, but it has the functionality of so many different things. So
and it has a bottle opener too. And everybody's like, oh, and that design came from my influence from. I had a lot of knives that influenced this design, which was the DPX. It was the Bob, the Tops Bob, and then I just started adding my twist. It also has a bottle opener. The reason why I have a bottle opener, everybody's like, you can open a bottle with anything. Correct, but when you're at biker rallies and you pull out a beer, you open the beer and you give them the beer. You say, "I come in peace, but please don't mess with me." So it creates that psychic disincentive to avoid any negative confliction that they might be thinking of. Then they'll say, "Oh, he's cool. He gave me a beer."
I was going to say, I would think you're so cool. Open the beer and be like, there you go. I like it.
At the end, I put a little pry bar screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and it's also a pommel. So it's also it could break things. Also for the bushcraft, break glass, and it also has a self-defense mechanism where you could just poke them and get their attention and say, "Look, I don't want to hurt you." Kind of a preventative measure. Also has a hole right here and a hole right there, and this is for extreme measures. I don't know if it'll ever be used for, but it can create a really good spearhead.
I actually was going to ask you about that. That's the first thing I thought about it. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, I can attach it.
Stability. Yep. So you being in survival situations, a good spear is handy, and this would be perfect. So when you throw it or you have to use it and it hits a bone, or it won't loosen up. It'll the
structure's
the
safe.
structure's safe.
I like
to keep it well secure from both the rear and the front. and it feels like a roll of quarters in your hands.
No, it really does. The first thing I noticed about this handle was I was like, this is intense. I was
So-
like, not only is this like an everyday carry, but
Yeah.
I could go out in the wild and survive with just this one tool,
Yes.
which is phenomenal. And I'm thinking, where the heck could I buy this? Where can I go and buy this
Well,
at?
right now you can get it on my website, Big B Leather. I have them available. Just the blades
And
alone.
they can pick any color,
They
or
could actually the scales are made right now from Joe Snarsky. He makes the custom scales where you could hit him up. That's an aftermarket piece, but they usually come like this with from Tops Knives, and it has their micarta. Their micarta handles. I make the sheaths. I make different sheaths.
the sheaths are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, like, so not only can you have your knife, but it's a perfect set. Definitely, they all match.
Yeah, and I have also a Kydex sheath available. I wanted to add the leather because I'm a leather guy. So I wanted to add the leather to the Kydex, and this is the Kydex setup. And as you can see, it snaps right in. Then I have the leather strap. This belt loop, you could wear it. You could wear it vertically, or you could take the belt loop off and wear it horizontally by just wrapping the snap over your belt.
That's
so
smart.
it gives a dual carry option, and that was my idea. I don't know if I'm the first one to come up with it, but I wanted to incorporate that into the Kydex because I wanted to have definitely my leather.
I love how you come up with so many different options. So not
Thank
only
you.
did you design a knife that has so much functionality here, I mean, you could take it anywhere. To a biker rally, you can go on the wild with me and survive for 40 days, hon.
Yeah.
Not saying you have to, but you could. And that we would survive with your tool. With the knife that you designed, which Tops, they actually took it on. Kudos, Tops, to you, man. Guys, Craig, Leo, you guys
Yes.
are killing it, by the way.
Thank you,
We
guys.
definitely love you, and it's amazing. I'm looking at your wall, and all these people have contacted you, asked for your help making them a sheath. I mean, I know Zeke from the Dark Timber Brotherhood asked you to
Oh,
make
yeah.
a sheath for his actually hooligan, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And I think I have one. Do we have it here? Is
Yeah,
the one we'd
actually.
like to show?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And there's a story behind this sheath.
Zeke, would you like to come and join us?
Sure.
Come on in.
This is my brother Zeke.
You sit right there. I'm going to stand
Oh,
behind.
yeah.
Now, this was an inside joke. Me and Zeke go back, and I made a meme out of Zeke.
Yep.
This is the famous loteria, Mexican loteria, which is the borracho. And I made a meme a long time ago where I put Zeke's head. I photoshopped his head onto the body of the loteria card.
I love my beer.
And so
I got
when
my
he-
beer right over there.
when he asked me to design him a sheath, he always gives me creative freedom because honestly, when it comes to
Say, go
hand
for it.
carved, carving and hand painted, I like to be creative with those and I like to do one-off projects. So what I ended up doing is I added the loteria guy with Zeke's machete, which is his hooligan, holding it, and then I called it El Hooligan with Zeke's logo, and I just
I love it. I think
this
it's
was a
awesome.
fun project, but it was more of an inside joke between me and him, where he just started busting up when he saw it when I surprised him with it.
I said, make it California.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Barney
it.
was like, all right, I got an idea for this, and we'll do this, 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 and this. I was like, all right, cool. So
I
we put
think
the
the-
hooligan in the guy's hand and went for it.
And then
You
of course
should
how
do
to
a
be
bracelet
left-handed.
too. Why don't you have your bracelet on? Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah,
You're
I
not
just
rolling
came.
with this?
Usually I roll with that, but I just came back from work, so I had to look at like kind of professional. in a
Oh,
way.
we're going
Yeah.
professional.
Yeah,
Okay, no
yeah,
problem, guys. This is
Yeah.
professional
He can
nights
be,
illustrated.
believe it or not, he
You
can
and
actually
your-
be professional.
Yeah,
no,
right.
I love it. But you also make bracelets too. Can you
I
show
make
those?
cuffs, yes.
Yeah.
I make these leather cuffs for bikers. I'm a biker, like I said. So cuffs are always really handy when you have long sleeve shirts and you're riding on the sleeves tend to go up and bikers get sunburns like about this much. These hold the long sleeves down and they also give you your wrists get tired, so it gives an added support while you're riding. So definitely make cuffs. I make thinner ones also for ladies. So.
No, I actually love them. I think this is a great, any type of gifts out there, like for birthdays, because I love those, by
Yeah,
the way, no
I-
pressure.
I
I'm
mean-
in October. And so, no, definitely seeing those. A lot of people at Blade Show are starting to come around with the neck knives as well as the bracelets. It's definitely a big comeback right now. So I definitely look forward to it. So if somebody wants a custom order one, can they just email
Yeah,
you
they can
and then
email
ask
me.
for a
They
design?
could go on my website or they could email me direct or
Cool.
message me, and I'd be happy to make them for them. I make also for ladies. I wanted to make a
You did actually.
and I
Don't mind me with my shank in my hand.
absolutely. So I made that design and I
And I'm a big Fisher lady, so when he presented this to me, I was like, what an honor. I mean, that's all I do is fish all the time, and I love leather bracelets. So you guys have got to definitely check out his work. I mean, it's phenomenal. And this is a great gift idea for the ladies as well. So I was thinking even matching for his and hers. I mean, they can be pretty cool, especially for bike riding. So I'm just saying,
you know,
man.
one of my lines that I would say is, guys, if you want to make your wives happy after blowing all your cash on blades at Blade Show, come and pick her up a bracelet.
Do it. I love this idea. I tell people all the time, I'm like, what'd you buy your wife while you're here? And they're like, oh.
And those are
whoops.
And those are fun projects. Those are, for me, those are fun projects, out of the box thinking. But definitely everything was born from the knives and the sheaths. That's what got me into leathercraft. You know, I wasn't happy with the sheath that I got, so I made my own. And I wanted something I'd be proud of, and I learned from a second generation master leathersmith on Olvera Street, historical downtown. My brother Armando Murillo from Murillo Leathers. He taught me. He got me started in this craft, and this is a hobby that's kind of going out of control. But
Passion project.
I love it. Can we see some
Yeah,
here?
it's a passion project.
Can we see some of your sheaths up there that
Oh,
you've actually
yeah,
done?
absolutely.
Can you show us? You grab
Yes,
some up there
yes.
too. I want to take a look at all of
This is actually a really nice one. I like that rustic look.
And you did this one too, right?
Yes, I'm working on this one right now. So this is a wood grain carving that I'm making to make
I
it look.
am absolutely in love with this. This is definitely, it's gorgeous. It has everything that you'd want to peel in it, especially carrying it. And it's a talking piece too.
Yeah, and I haven't finished it. I'm going to lace it up, give it this type of lace look.
Oh,
This
I love
is one
it.
that I made with a snake inlay, and also I gave it that wood grain finish on the back. And I like to make sheaths that look like they're organically part of the surroundings or the wilderness. And I like that rustic look, but still with an artistic touch and
I think you crushed it here. I mean, this is like what everybody wants. Like, it's a perfect, if you want to buy somebody a really nice sheath, so most of the time when you go to Blade Show, they have knives on the table, but you really got to find that right type of sheath maker out there. And I've seen your work, and it's phenomenal. So you guys definitely have to check his work out. And hopefully we get to see you at Blade Show West.
Oh, yes. I am planning on being at Blade Show West. This is another one that I made.
Oh my gosh, that is a beast.
That's for this big knife.
So you make them for all different sizes, all different types of knives, and all I have to do is send the actual blade itself to you, the design?
Correct.
Okay.
And that's how I'll make it. But if you could see the finish and the fit is what I really, even though it's rustic, I care about function before I care about aesthetics. Aesthetics goes second. Function, it has to be a real functional sheath to just fit perfectly and customize it. And here's one of my another thing that I like to do. I like to do a distressed leather.
It looks really rustic too. How you did that?
The way I do this is I wet the leather and I pound it against my stucco wall with a hammer.
Oh my gosh, that's super smart.
Yeah, it's
at home tricks. I like it. Techniques out there.
And you could see this just feels like
wow.
It's a custom. It just feels just.
This is absolutely stunning. I mean, this would look like a beast on me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I can rock this, maybe, but this is heavy too. This is definitely intense.
I made this one also. This is a beautiful blade from Dark Timber Knives. And I was honored to be able to get this. And I also made it a snake inlay sheath with my style.
So gorgeous.
And it just fits perfectly.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Man, so it's hard to find, like I said, a really good sheath maker and leather maker out there that you can actually give the vision to, and you just throw it together. And this is your office area right here.
You know
Show
what?
us some of your stuff.
It was funny actually because someone at Blade Show asked my wife, "Where's your husband's shop at?" And she says, "My living room, my bedroom, my kitchen." And everybody started laughing, but yeah, this is my work center. I just this is what I've been working with. It's the old Boss Titman. It's hand crank, no electricity. And this is a great tool to start off with your stitcher. You could get it at Tandy Leather, and
oh, I love it.
But it doesn't sew as clean or as fast. So I ended up investing in a larger one, which is the Cobra leather machine, leather stitcher, and they're from the leather tool company. That's what they're called.
Very cool.
And then this was my first press, my clicker press. So what I would do is I'd grab the leathers, put them in here. I cut them because cutting by hand just takes so much. So I make these little dies for different pieces. Like this die is for this piece back here that I use for the danglers.
Nice.
So I'd put the leather in there. I'd stomp down and
time saver then, definitely.
Exactly.
And it's always accurate too.
It's always accurate, but it's still it wasn't good enough because some thick leather, I would have to hit it twice, and sometimes it marks it bad.
Oh.
So I'm using this machine now mostly for stamping my logo, for doing my logo stamp on items, for keychains, for small projects. And now I got a 25-ton hydraulic clicker press in the backyard.
Nice.
Everything that I've been generating from the knife sales, from the leather, I'm just reinvesting it in better equipment to just do stuff more efficiently and a lot more
No, I think
professionally.
this is great. So, like, when you hear about people who are knife makers, leather makers, the truth is they have small shops. They really do. Or some of these are just doing this part-time, and their work's phenomenal, and they have other day jobs. And, you know,
Yes.
you're into marketing.
Yes,
This guy is into marketing, and then he's over here making these amazing sheets out here. So what a bonus to have that. And also, you rescue dogs as well.
Yeah, I have a few rescues in my house. Goyo, Cosmo, and Cookie. Actually, Goyo wasn't a rescue; he was a gift. But Cookie, he was dumped on the streets of Hawthorne. A friend of mine rescued him, brought him to fill that void because we had just put another rescue dog down that had cancer. And then Cosmo, Cosmo. If you look up Cosmo, the miracle dog, he flew out of a pickup truck because his owner didn't tie him down and got ran over in the expressway. Completely ran over, broken ribs, and yeah, we saved that boy. And he's been with me for about 8 or 9 years.
And they're absolutely loving dogs. I mean, like, I've seen so many rescue dogs in my time, and yours are just incredibly loving. So thank you so much. And if you guys want to hear more about this behind the scenes, we're going to have an actual article coming out as well on Big B Leather Works. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And also, the last but not least, what is one thing you would like to tell somebody who would like to start making leather sheaths?
Oh, hit some, the leather community, the leather craftsmen. There's really good makers out there that are just so open to give you advice or get you started. It's a dying craft, so we like to. It's such a giving community. Don't feel afraid or embarrassed to ask questions to a guy like me. I will definitely answer you because I try to help somebody help me get started. I like to pay that forward. So the key is you don't need a whole kit. You just need a few items like a punch hole, a hammer, something to cut, an X-Acto blade or a box cutter.
The basic necessities to get started.
Yeah, if there's a Tandy Leather close to your house, they do free classes there.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay,
just
cool.
because it's in their best interest to bring people into to learn the craft so they can buy leather from them and buy tools from them. So
Very cool.
most Tandy Leathers, they have free seminars on the weekend. I know a couple of the ones locally here, they teach you how to carve, they teach you all the tools, how to stitch with an awl or whatever you need just to get started. Tandy Leather is probably one of the best options out there to learn.
I love it. No, I think that's great. The biggest thing is if you guys haven't checked him out, so how can we find you on Instagram?
On Instagram, I'm on big_B_leatherworks.
That's right. Big B Leather. So if you haven't heard of this guy before, check him out. Come say hi to him at Blade Show West and check out behind the scenes. We're going to try to get a big article on this guy so we can talk about you rescuing animals, your family, your life, and who you are as a person and what you bring to the knife community. So thank you so much for everything. And you guys,
Thank you guys
stay
for coming
tuned.
over.